This is the next topic in third module, feedback. Customer feedback should be continually solicited and monitored as customers continually change. They change their minds, their expectations, and their supplier. Customer feedback is not a one-time effort. In fact, it is an ongoing and active probing of the customer's mind. Feedback enables the organization to do the following: discover customer dissatisfaction, discover relative priorities of quality, compare performance with the competition, identify customers' needs, determine opportunities for improvement. Listening to the voice of a customer can be accomplished by numerous information collecting tools. The principal ones are the following: comment cards, questionnaires, focus groups, toll-free telephone lines, customer visits, report cards, the internet, employee feedback, mass customization, the American Customer Satisfaction Index. First one, comment card. It can be attached to the warranty card and included with the product at the time of purchase. The intent of the card is to get simple information such as name, address, age, occupation, and what influenced the customer's decision to buy the product. Generally, people respond only if something very good or very bad has happened. Comment cards are also used in the hospitality industry. Restaurants and hotels provide them at the ends of tables and in hotel rooms. They can even be found at the bottom of the restaurant sales receipts. Second one, customer questionnaire. A customer questionnaire is a popular tool for obtaining opinions and perceptions about an organization and its products and services. However, they can be costly and time consuming. Surveys may be administered by mail or telephone. In the form of questionnaires, the customer is asked to furnish answers relating to the quality of products and services. Most of the surveys ask the customer to grade the question on 1 to 5 scale or a 1 to 10 scale, where the highest number typically has a description like highly satisfied. To make surveys more useful, it is best to remember the following 8 points. Clients and customers are not the same. Surveys raise customers' expectations. How you ask a question will determine how the question is answered. The more specific the question, the better the answer. You have only one chance and only 15 minutes. The more time you spend in survey development, the less time you will spend in data analysis and interpretation. Who you ask is as important as what you ask. Before the data is collected, you should know how you want to analyze and use the data. Third one, focus groups. Customer focus groups are a popular way to obtain feedback, but they too can be very expensive. These groups are very effective for gathering information on customer expectations and requirements. Surveying a focus group is a research method used to find out what customers are really thinking. A group of customers is assembled in a meeting room to answer a series of questions. These carefully structured questions are asked by a skilled moderator who probes into the participants' thoughts, ideas, perceptions, or comments. The moderator has a clear understanding of the type of information wanted and a plan for obtaining it. The people selected to participate have the same profile as the customers that the organization is trying to attract. As an incentive to participation, these people are reimbursed for their time. Focus groups are sometimes used with an organization's employees to examine internal issues. Imprint analysis is an emerging technique used in focus groups. This is a good way to obtain the intrinsic feelings associated with a product or service. For instance, a major ice cream company discovered through customer satisfaction surveys that their customers wanted to eat healthier. Before implementing a line of low-fat ice cream, the company decided to do an imprint analysis. The imprint analysis discovered that these customers would consume low-fat foods and deprive themselves of desserts during the week. But on the weekends, these same people wanted a super rich ice cream containing more fat than any ice cream presently on the market. These customers wanted to reward themselves for eating healthy during the week. Needless to say, the ice cream company launched a new full-fat and extra creamy product and sold it at a premium. Their market share increased significantly, creating many loyal customers due to the extra insight that the imprint analysis provided. Fourth one, toll-free telephone lines. Toll-free telephone numbers are an effective technique for receiving complaint feedback. With the help of these, organizations can respond faster and more cheaply to the complaint. Such a number does not, however, reach those who decided not to buy the product or those who discovered some likable features on a competitor's product. Toll-free numbers are in use by at least 50% of all organizations with sales of at least $10 million. Implementation of toll-free telephone numbers has grown tremendously. In 6 years, the Cadillac division of General Motors has added 24 toll-free numbers. In response to what customers said, Cadillac eliminated deductibles on warranties and pioneered 24-hour roadside service. Fifth one, customer visits. Visits to a customer's place of business provide another way to gather information. An organization can proactively monitor its product's performance while it is in use and thereby identify any specific or recurring problems. Senior managers should be involved in these visits and not delegate them to someone else. However, it is a good idea to take along operating personnel so that they can see firsthand how the product is performing. A site visit by LS Electro Galvanizing Company made to its customer, General Motors, produced a surprisingly simple idea. An arrow was needed on the finished 25-ton rolls of steel to show which way the steel unrolled. Previously, GM employees had to guess and oftentimes had to resummon a crane to turn the roll around, which wasted 30 minutes. Sixth one, report cards. Another very effective information gathering tool is the report card. It is usually sent to each customer on a quarterly basis. The data are analyzed to determine areas for improvement. For instance, the University of California and San Diego uses a report card to grade the quality of campus business services such as the payroll department and the bookstore. This is a quality report card to our customers. We are continually striving to improve. To assist us in this endeavor, we need your feedback. Would you please grade our performance in each category? The grading scale is as follows: A excellent, B very good, C average, D poor, F failing. First one, product quality. Second one, on-time delivery. Third one, services. Fourth one, overall. Seventh one, the internet and computers. Some managers are beginning to monitor discussions that take place on the internet to find out what customers are saying about their products. Internet users frequently seek advice regarding their everyday activities or activities related to specific interests, hobbies, or sports. Monitoring interest conversations is timely, the cost is minimal, and it can be a source of creative ideas. There are even internet sites that take consumer complaints and compliments about business and give organizations grades based on their ratio of complaints to compliments. For example, planetfeedback.com also sends letters to companies on behalf of consumers. The organization's webpage also provides an easy way of customers to email the company with their thoughts on the organization's products and services. Eighth one, employee feedback. Employees are often an untapped source of information. Employee groups can brainstorm ideas to come up with solutions to problems that customers have identified. Customer research reveals what is happening and employee research reveals why it is happening. Employee feedback should be proactively solicited instead of checking the wooden suggestion box once a year. For instance, Chrysler regularly surveys employees for issues because employees are timely compared to customer surveys. When staff members cannot get what they need or have low morale, they cannot provide good service. Chrysler requires that management share the survey results with employees and uses the findings to make substantial changes. Ninth one, mass customization. The ultimate in customer satisfaction is giving customers exactly what they want. In the past, the price tag for this was prohibitive, but mass customization is a way to provide variety at an affordable cost. It is a direct result of advances made in manufacturing such as flexible manufacturing technologies, just-in-time systems, and cycle time reduction. It has been done in the car industry for years. Customers determine what type of seat coverings, color, and stereo system they want. Mass customization is now being used in many other industries too. Levi Strauss customers are measured for jeans, choose a fabric, and choose the pattern at a local store. The custom fit jeans are then manufactured to order at a central factory and sent to the local store. The voice of the Louis Strauss customer is heard at the fabrication stage of production. Dell assembles computers according to each customer's requirements by adding or subtracting components from one of several base systems. In this way, customers get the customer they want at a reasonable price through mass customization at the assembly stage. This is a diagram which indicates point of customer improvement, unique design or features, point of customer involvement, unique configuration options, customer's voice, product specifications, suppliers, stages of the manufacturing process, design, fabrication, assembly, delivery, customers. 10th one, the American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI, established in 1994 as a joint project between University of Michigan and the ASQ, quantifies quality and customer satisfaction and relates them to firms' financial performance. ACSI looks at products sold in US and not just those produced in US. In this way, US quality is compared to international quality. ACSI reports scores a 0 to 100 scale at the national level. It also produces indexes for 10 economic sectors, 44 industries, and for more than 200 companies. 10 sectors of the economy are transportation and warehousing, manufacturing, non-durable, manufacturing, durables, healthcare and social assistance, accommodation and food services, information, public administration or government, retail trade, finance and insurance, e-commerce. Each sector has industries and under each industry are specific companies. ACSI score structure is regularly reviewed and updated to add newer sectors and industries. Whenever new sectors are added, year of addition is taken as baseline scores. ACSI allows comparisons between individual firms, comparisons between firms and the industry average, and comparisons over time. ACSI is considered to be one of the forecasts of consumer spending in United States.